right, boys and girls, welcome to the ESR Tugas and PHSR Multi-Class 2024 Round 4 at Suzuka GP. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is the universal dry t-shirt champion of the world, Michael Magus.
Well, that's an interesting name there. We got Max Moron on the on the screen. Interesting.
Very nice.
All right, we're in the warm up.
One.
We're in the warm up here for the race here. Tomas Ribeiro. I think is no. This seems like not the qualifying list. Okay.
Disqualifying.
We'll see. We'll see the grid in a bit. We got a minute here, and I don't know what we're being shown here right now. But of course, we have the Porsches in the upper class and the BMWs in the lower class, which means this is a multi-class race. The gray category versus the purple. We know the purple category. And we're going around the Suzuka GP circuit here, which is, I think, pretty well known to everybody by now. We've been here a bunch of times, and obviously this is the home of the Formula 1 GP. Very solid track, very interesting, and it can produce a lot of good racing. It can also produce some dull racing. In fairness, it's not a guaranteed banger, but it's a world famous track, probably the most famous track in all of Asia. I would think.
I believe it's even more well known than the Jingling Peking King ring.
Well, keep in mind that for the longest time, Formula 1 only came to Japan. Like, it didn't go anywhere else in Asia. So it has that obvious advantage that...
Is it because of the water buffaloes?
I think just the money.
Money is good.
But of course, now there's a lot of races in Asia, with the Middle East hosting races in Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Abu Dhabi, as well as Turkey at one point had a GP. So there you go.
Speaking
and
of which,
otherwise, they were briefly in India and South Korea, and have a pretty regular fixture in China these days.
Speaking of which, how excited are you for Crown Jewel, the Wobbly Wobbly Bee sports washing extravaganza?
Not at all. Not interested.
What? But to give the King of Kings ringy king ring thing with the what is it, Champion of Champions? That's what it is. They showed a big new shiny belt that somebody wins. Only now they've just announced today or yesterday that the winner is not going to get that belt. They get a ring they can wear.
I am hoping that okay, there we go. It is gone.
Here we go.
There we go. Tomas Ribeiro starting on pole from John Spriggs, Henrik Andreasen, Martin Edmonds, Luciano Echazo, your top 5 in the Porsches. And in the BMW field, it is Tobias Thierol, Fleeting, Magic Cash, Jack Ariel, Zatoni, Josiah Jerome, and Andy Dardell. Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
Wait for the green flag.
Should get Little John kind of over.
Here we go. Down to turn 1 here at Suzuka for 90 minutes of action, with, I believe, 1 pit stop, maybe 2 pit stops. I don't know. We'll see. And Ribeiro leads the way. Looks like Antonio Costa did not post a lap time in qualifying, as he is back with the BMW crew, although he'll be quickly working his way through there. He is a highly competent driver, and I look forward to seeing him charge towards the front.
You're going to beat Mauricio.
Yuri Kotachville in the Barney is a dinosaur car. As he is battling with Adam Stewart. And there is, I think that was Thierol we were looking at. But anyways, 3 wide. Some messy action here through the S's and into the Degnas. A couple of new people in the field. I see Paul Iper is here, as well as Areco.
And the Barber of Sevilla.
Go with that as pronunciation, and Fenn.
What about the Barber of Sevilla?
Wilfredo Sevilla has been here before.
No, I do not remember. I would have made the Barber of Sevilla jokes many times.
So that's not new. Oh, he gets into the back of Areco and sends him into the wall. That was Sevilla who ended up in the wall.
Get erecto.
So I think that was Costa who got into his back end, actually. So bad pull by Mr. Costa.
This is what you get for saying that he's not new. He gets new guy treatment.
Well, I apologize if that's the case, Mr. Wilfredo.
See, I think you're mistaking Wilfredo Sevilla for Godofredo Pepe. I think that's an easy mistake to make.
Godofredo Pepe was super fun MMA fighter. Really, really dumb, but like super fun.
Sometimes the two are the same thing.
Quite often, the two things are the same thing.
Witness the damage.
The damage comes to mind. I don't know if I would call the damage dumb, though. I think the damage is just limited to doing what he does.
That is probably true. He may be very self-aware, and therefore the most intelligent fighter on the roster.
Whereas, like, Godofredo Pepe was the kind of guy who's like, you could just throw a low kick and jab, but no, you're going to jump for a flying knee.
Hell yeah, let's go. If anybody wants to see some absolute MMA carnage, just look up some Darren Elkins highlights.
Oof.
The damage.
You might want to go with Darren Elkins lowlights. They're actually kind of the same thing.
Go look up Darren Elkins. Like, go on Wikipedia right now. Look up Darren Elkins and find his last fight and watch that. It's always his last fight's always the best fight. It's one of those, what have you done for me lately? Well, the damage always does things for me.
That's true. But had a great fight with Daniel Pineda.
Yeah. Retired that boy.
Well, I think Pineda decided he was retiring beforehand.
You ain't built for this, son.
Daniel Pineda was like 40 years old. I think he was definitely built for the career.
I know.
Josiah Jerome. Love that livery, Josiah. Battling with Magic Kazchuk there, as well as in close proximity, Ariel Zatoni and Andy Darnell. Battle for second place. Tobias Theerolf kind of leaving them in the dust. He is 2.2 seconds ahead here. Pretty early on. We're only like 2 laps into this race.
Ariel, drive that car. Something, go real far.
Also, if you want to find dumb fighters, just like look at the UFC's entire 205 division, essentially.
Wow, sir, they had unlimited life choices, and University was not one of them.
Sir, the 205 division has no fight IQ whatsoever.
Wow, you're probably right. Except for that
there is Antonio Costa looking to make a move on your boy Mauricio Delgado.
Not gonna happen. Mauricio put him in the ball.
He got through. I'm sorry, Mauricio, let him through.
No, Mauricio was trying to snatch your chorizo. Can't do that.
Areco, who is from the Danish persuasion. So that probably means he's a Tugas boy, I would imagine.
He's a dangler.
Could be a somewhat related to the whole like Henrik Andreas and Rene Ermer and Henrik Ermer clan.
If they all drank wine, would they become the Grape Danes?
Perhaps. On board with Henrik Andreasen as he trails John Spriggs' Falcon Motorsports Porsche. Oh, we got 2 laps! And Areco gets into the back of Fend. They continue on their way, but I would not be happy if I was Mr. Fenn.
You're going to cause Areco.
Or Mrs. Fenn. Or Miss Fenn. I don't know. We actually haven't seen the first name for Fenn, so I have no idea.
I believe it's Napoleon.
It starts with an N. That's what I got. So probably some form of Nicholas or Nicola or
Nicolation.
Could also be Nehemiah.
See. Nematode.
Ivan Rizov with the proud Macedonian flag, making up a spot over Morbid Apathy.
Oh, can't remember. I was going to tell you about a customer I had, and I spelled his name correctly, and it was because of a hockey player. But I can't remember which one it was.
Going down the inside. Not really anything there. Okay, continue your story.
No, I can't. The end of the story is, for now, I can't remember what the name was.
You can't.
But it was, it was an Eastern European dude, but it wasn't a Russian. I just can't remember who it was. And they're like, oh, my name is Blah. And I was like, oh, is that spelled? And they're like, yeah. How do you know that? Well,
Mary Strakowski.
Well, I'm Canadian, and therefore
hockey.
Yep.
Nicholas Oretko making his way through there, passing Paul Iper.
Get him, Wiper.
Max Moran, by the way, in the pit stop quite early, so he's dropping down into the BMW crew. I don't know if that's going to count as a pit stop. I think it's a little too early. We've also lost Wilfredo Sevilla from the race. He is elected to park it.
I had noticed that, but I was not going to comment.
Henrik Andreasen still on the tail of John Spriggs, and this is just fine for Thomas Ribeiro because he is escaping down the road by some 4 seconds. You know you're doing well when you're leading by more than Tobias Thurloff is.
Correct.
Antonio Costa gets physical with Fenn again. Fenn seems to be in like all the battles right now. Maybe the camera should just park itself there.
It makes me want to go back and reread the Malazan Book of the Fallen series. There's I've gone on and on describing to you my boy Karsa Orlong. And we're kind of a race, long story short, race of giants, kind of magically immune to stuff, and can become forces of nature in their own right. And so the race was sort of broken up over in an ancient historical thing, and one of the nicknames for their race is the Fen. And it doesn't seem to make much sense because everything else is sort of a derivative kind of portion of their original name for the race, and then randomly in one particular location they're just known as the Fen.
Interesting.
So it's always kind of stuck out to me as some sort of weird etymological interestingness.
Well, we have our name answered. Nikolai Fenn making the overtake.
Nikolai.
Paul Iper for Hamburg Racing.
The Russian sickle.
Josiah Jerome and Magic Kazchuk have kind of broken away from Darnell and Tony at least. Battle for second place. I was explaining orc magic to somebody the other day.
Nice. That's my favorite thing, actually.
Why don't they just rule the galaxy? Because they're retarded.
They are dumb. They will not only, it's because they love to fight, and if there's no one else around, they fight each other.
Well, it's also they just don't understand the power that they have.
Yeah, 100%. That reminds me, I should get a hold of, what is it, The War of the Beast? I need to get a hold of that.
Yeah, that's the big one.
That's always stuck out to me as being far more interesting than a lot of things.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. I read it. So it worked.
And then we got I think there's another British book about 1990s called The War of the Beats.
Although, if you really, really want to get a good orc book, I would recommend. I don't remember its title. I'll look it up and Mark can maybe put it in the description. But there is a novel series about the War of Armageddon.
Is it Hell's Reach?
Nicholas Recco makes a move here on Adam Stewart. Armageddon in the Warhammer 40k universe, and it gets to the point where Yarrick dies, and the orcs declare war in the name of Yarrick on Angron.
We all know Yarrick ain't dead. Come on now.
You know you've done something when you've inspired fear in an entire race, and then when you die, or they think that you've died, they declare war on your murderer. Correct.
I believe you're talking about Hell's Reach. Is that one of them?
No, Hell's Reach is a different one. Hell's Reach is from the Black Templar point of view.
Yeah.
Same conflict, but not.
I see. I get you.
There's a lot of books about Armageddon conflict.
Armageddon, Yormageddon.
You know your world is just screwed when the Imperium is like, yes, this is the world of Armageddon.
Correct. Anybody not familiar with Warhammer 40k, the orcs run on the power of faith and belief. And because they all have low-level psychic ability, the more of them you get together, the more powerful that is. And so eventually it's just overwhelmingly a thing. So in the case of Commissar Yarrick, they eventually started believing that he could not be killed. Thus, Yarrick is immortal. Thus, we know Yarrick ain't dead. It's just not... I don't care what you wrote in a book somewhere. We know that ain't true. It's some kind of Inquisition cover-up. We know it ain't true. It's an Alpha Legion thing. We're
it's all about the Alpha Legion and the Orcs.
Correct.
Oh, Tobias Thierolf letting one of the I believe that was Max Moran through.
Morone. And to counterpoint or to highlight with Henrik Andreasen here on screen. See, his car would only be slightly faster.
Indeed.
However, your boy, Mr. Erecto, definitely would be much faster than the pink car because his car is red. Because orcs believe that red goes faster. And purple is invisibility, so if they painted the car purple, you'd never find it again.
Purple is, well, technically purple is sneakiness.
Yeah. Oh, I like purple. I painted my car purple. Now I can't find my car.
Paul E. Pear off the track somewhere and dropping through the order. Oh, retirement. That's not good.
No, he's so young. Wait, early retirement? Well done, sir.
On board with Henrik Andreasen. Brown also to the Orcs is very tough.
Oh, I didn't
know
about Brown. Tough. Isn't blue? What is blue? I can't remember.
There's like something for like every color.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up now. Warhammer 40k orc color. Oh, I spelled orc wrong. I feel much ashamed.
Overtake there for Mauricio Delgado, or retaining position, I'm not sure which, against Antonio Costa.
Okay, here we go. Green is best, end of list. Yellow makes explosions bigger. Blue is lucky. Purple is sneaky. This only applies to orc/orcoids. And this guy didn't even say anything about red. Well, red means faster. Let's see. I'm going down a Reddit thread here. I was hoping I would find a kind of encompassing list.
Yeah, a little table or something. Nikolai Fenn battling with Adam Stewart for 10th place.
Nope, this one might be better. The Orc Rainbow. Here we go. Red equals speed. Yellow equals wealth. Green equals superiorness. Green is best. Blue is luck. Purple is stealth. Black is death/aggression.
Because Black Horse is strongest.
Yeah. The Goth clan. And all orcs speak in Cockney accents. Oi, oi, great, oi, you got it, right. So they sound like James Butler.
Nicholas Areco looking to make up another spot here as he battles with Timo Ryder. Making his way through. So Areco on a charge. He's up 9 spots to 8th place, started in P17.
Nope, there's the Warhammer Wiki. Let's see if the Warhammer Wiki has additional information. Yellow does have multiple applications. Wealth, bigger boom, /excess. So basically making anything more.
Kind of like Slanesh.
Yeah.
Or with Henrik Andreasen, who's been very, very popular with the cameraman.
One guy's got it in all caps, translated into orc/cockney. Orc is green at the best. Red ones go faster. Yellow is for flashy kids with lots of teeth. Teeth are used as currency. Blue is for luck. Purple is for sneaky gits. Black is dead hard, and what Goths is the biggest and baddest. White is the color of death. Unclear if they mean death or not being able to hear.
Nikolai Fenn making up a spot there, overtaking Adam Stewart, moving into the top 10.
Mike, I think you've talked about Orc's Knife.
Adam Stewart with My Credit Card as his team. Interesting.
Nice. There was a brief window of time last night where Adam and I might have done commentary on this race because he was apparently Halloween drunk. But I was still working for the next like hour or so. That would have been an interesting time.
Indeed. Stunningly, we do not generally do this commentary while drunk. So.
Speak for yourself.
Said not generally. Not never. We are just that kind of silly people, which have random stuff come to our brains.
I'm usually on LSD. If you watch Red and just picture me as John Malkovich, but much bigger.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
I hadn't seen those in a while. I could stand a rewatch of those.
Oh. Contact there between Antonio Costa and Adam Stewart. Coming out of the hairpin. And heading on down towards Spoon Curve.
Spoon!
This track is home to 130R, which you in the background there can see people going through. 130R is the shit your pants turn because you do not want to let up any at all on the gas pedal in most cars. So it's I'm not gonna say it's like one of the most challenging corners in all of racing. It's really not. But it is one of the ones where it's like it feels like even when you get it right, like you're going to die.
Gas pedal, gas pedal. Antonio.
On board with Antonio Costa. And now with Henrik Andreas again. Josiah Jerome on the tail is second place Magic Cash Chat, but he's yet to be able to make an overtake. So I think that's that could be a battle we see going on for like the entire race. One of the purple cars off the track there. It's Timo Ryder. Or not Timo. Timo Ryder is the hockey player.
I think you mean Niederreiter.
No, it's Nino Niederreiter. Oop, Costa making a move. A little mistake there by Adam Stewart. Opens the door.
What about the world Finnish fishing champion, Nico Huckulainen?
Let's listen to an interview with Timo Solani talking about how he was really nervous before coming to the NHL for his rookie season. Oh, Yuri Kutachville looking to make a move here on Adam Stewart through Spoon.
No!
And there's contact. Can't really say who I would fault for that one. The onboard view there is a little insufficient. Touch fell off again. So it looks like his tires have developed a little bit of a problem. I see he rejoins the race in 15th place. There is Solani was like really worried and then went on to set a rookie record for goals scored. There you go.
Yeah. What do you hold on? I'm gonna look it up. Scored more than 50, didn't he?
76. Kurtach fell off. Again, something's going on with Kurtachville's car. It is not happy.
You think Timo Solani owns the Timo website?
No.
Why not? Yeah, let's see here. Mr. Solani scored, 76 goals, 56 assists. Jesus. Welcome to the league. And then they made the playoffs that year. He scored like another 4 goals in 6 games. And 2 assists. So he had a point per game.
Admittedly, that was the high point of his career. He never quite... Oh, my lord, Yuri, what is going on with your car?
I don't know. The man's got problems.
Got serious problems now. Ooh, Jesus.
Yup. Yeah, he never did really get back up to. Oh my god!
Oh, that's another contact. Yuri, you might need to get to the pits. I'm just gonna say, okay, he parks it. We have our third retirement of the day.
He did continue. He had 2 more seasons where he led the league in goals. Though.
Yeah, he had a fantastic career, but it's just kind of weird thinking back that like he really did peak in season 1.
Yeah, 76 goals in his first season, and it took him another couple. 1, 2, 3, 4 more seasons to get back up there. Got 51. Next year he got 52 and led the league. Next year he got 47 and led the league. But then back down to 33, 26. Did he get traded halfway through? Oh yeah, so
he got traded to San Jose.
San Jose. So yeah, he actually had like 35 goals. No, there you go. My brain not great after a week of weird sleep habits and work.
Got some blue flags out as the BMWs are being lapped by the Porsche crew. There will be some overtaking that's not really overtaking in a nutshell.
I always forgot he had that weird period where he kind of went on a sojourn and then went back to the Ducks afterwards. But yeah, he had like later on, he had another season of 40, 48. You know, he's 31. These are all like very, very good numbers.
Oh, very good. Yeah. One of the best natural goal scorers I think I have ever had the pleasure of watching.
Mm-hmm. Him and Bure.
I'd say he was more of a natural goal scorer than Bure. Bure was just fucking fast.
Yeah, that's true. It's like Bure gets the puck, 3 men to beat, and he scores. Holy shit, how did that happen? Well, if we wind it back, this is where he just teleports through, space.
This is where he ruins his legs for life.
Yeah, man. He was so fast, and then later figured out why. And they also figured out why his career was so short. Relatively speaking, I mean, he's still in the league for like 13 years-ish or something.
Yeah, but it was like a yearly injury bug for him.
Beville Bure.
Oh, no, it is Timo Ryder. Okay.
Good old Timo. I think he owns the Timo ordering site.
I have theories about Antonio Costin that he may have been summoned for his home planet.
No, he's just playing in dark mode.
We get the black screen of death.
Correct.
Josiah Jerome and Kazcha continue to battle as they're lapped by one of the Plav cars. We have like 4 of those Plav cars in the field today, so I cannot honestly tell you which one that is.
Fair enough. Beverly Burley played for...
Livery variety, guys, would be handy. I would appreciate it greatly as a commentator.
Actually, Pellberry played for like 16 years. Never mind, he did not have a short career.
Yeah, no, long career. It's just the game counts a bit low for a guy who's around that long.
Yeah.
Ariel Zatoni getting squeezed there as he battles with Andy Darnell. Adam Stewart going side by side with one of the pink cars. That is, I believe, Timo Ryder. This is ugly. We got a 3-way fight or 4-way fight between the Porsches and a 2-way fight between the BMWs. Oh no!
Oh boy.
Took out Ariel Zatoni.
Lord.
I think that was Antonio Costa again. He's had a bad day with this comeback through the field. That's maybe the second or third contact we've seen from him.
Antonio Costa needs to channel his inner Antonio Banderas.
Nikolai Fenn recovering from what appears to be an off in the hairpin section.
Nikolai, don't call me Volkov Fenn.
So Thomas Ibero leads from John Spriggs, Henrik Andreasen, Martin Edmonds, Luciano Echazo, who I don't think we've actually seen any of Edmonds or Echazo in this race. So congratulations, gentlemen. Fotis Zoglu, who we see right ahead of Nicholas Areco here, battle for 6th place. And then Andrew D, Nikolai Fenn, and Adam Stewart, your top 10, as Morbid Apathy has a little spin. And then in the BMW class, it is Tobias Theerolf leading by 15 of your Earth seconds from Josiah Jerome and Magic Kaschuk. Andy Darnell in fourth place, followed by Leszek Lakomi and James Butler, who's made his pit stop. And we have officially lost Ariel Zatoni as Fotosazoglu goes off the track there. I would have to say that is a driver error. I don't think Areco did anything particularly wrong. Maybe it'll end up in front of the steward. I don't know. Antonio Costa looking to get past Igor or Ivan? Do you remember?
I believe it's Ignacio.
Ivan. We have our answer.
I was right. I did a little quick web search there, and I think Nikolai's last name may be pronounced Fane.
Could be.
That is what the German name translation thing says.
We'll go with Fane then.
Probably not a member of Sinn Féin, but there you go.
On board with Martin Evans in the dinosaur car.
Everybody do the dinosaur.
So we've had one pit stop covered. It looks like it's just a single pit stop today. James Butler has been in and out. I don't think have we seen James Butler today?
No, I made a joke earlier about James Butler, but because he clearly talks like an orc.
Yeah, I do recall that. I do.
But I had not noticed him actually on the list. I was sort of just offhandedly making a joke. Unless, of course, my subconscious had noted him and threw that into the joke.
I'm just more noting that we don't know what livery he's running, and James Butler usually runs a very sharp livery.
I believe he is pedaling a bicycle.
On board with Timo Ryder as he runs behind Mauricio Delgato.
See?
They are lapping, I'm assuming that's Andy Darnell.
But are they using lapping compound?
I know that is the livery that Darnell runs, so unless somebody else is running it. Ooh, Mauricio, what happened there? That had to have been a little bit of lag spiking.
Un cerveza, un chorizo.
Loses a spot to Ryder as a result.
Mauricio El Grande Chorizo Delgado.
Grande. On board with Mauricio Delgado. Looking to get back past Ryder after losing a spot due to, again, what I can only assume was some kind of lag spike. There was not really anything that was going to account for that. Clearing blue flags through this the snake section of the track is it's pretty hard. I don't envy the BMWs on this one.
What about the Mercedes?
Morbid Apathy gives the wall a little kiss.
An extra 10 points to everybody who wanted to drive a Humvee on this track.
I mean, it'd be fun. Pretty sure the Humvee would flip over in 130R, though.
I want somebody to rig a Humvee up like a stadium truck.
Robbie Gordon will get on that. Antonio Costa looking to make a move here on Adam Stewart.
That just sounds like the best time.
I feel like you just wanted Robbie Gordon and Ken Block to get together at some point and develop all kinds of weird shit.
I can't say that you're wrong. And can we have the Top Gear dudes in there? Just to, as the peanut gallery? Because guaranteed one of those three guys will say something, and then the actual mechanics will be like, that's actually kind of brilliant. Like, just say something absolutely. Hammond will say something dumb, just offhand, just to make somebody laugh, going for the comedy, and then somebody in the actual mechanical end of things will be like, I can make that happen.
Costa and Stewart have both picked up a spot over at Chazo. Chazo's dropping back through. I assume he's in the pits. Yep, there we go. Confirmation received as the pit indicator goes green. I had a funny one in endurance racing the other day. I was hearing a story from one of my endurance racer friends. He was doing a 24-hour race in R Factor and gave the car over to his friend, but selected the wrong tire set for the section of the race. He gave him like a worn out, like beat up section of tires, and they're on TeamSpeak or Discord, whatever voice app they were using. And the guy in the car was going, "These tires don't feel quite right. We sure we put the right ones on?" And he's just going, yeah, total the same one. The whole team is just like, should we tell him that he's got terrible tires? Antonio Costa making the move there on Adam Stewart. Suffice it to say, they did not at any point tell him that he had the garbage tires on. And he drove surprisingly well.
The old placebo effect.
I feel like it was one of those. I really need to go look up the name of the guy I quote. I use this quote all the time. It was a Porsche engineer that when Derek Bell was one of their factory drivers, and it is his Hall of Fame speech in the Motorsports Hall of Fame. With the podcast I listen to, he was like, so I'm walking with him through the Porsche factory, and he's like, "How many RPM were you on these straight away at that point?" And I told him. And he takes out a piece of paper, and he starts writing down, doing math on it or whatever, and then puts it away. And I go, "So how fast was I going?" "I think it is better that you do not know."
Noted Spanish enthusiast Ivan Rizov.
Martin Evans battling for a podium spot here. Didn't think to pull up the standings before now. I should do that. We haven't done one of these races in a little bit. We had a little break there. I imagine the justification being Canadian Thanksgiving and such.
Very possible.
Here we go. This is round 4 of the series. There are 7 rounds slated. Thomas Ribeiro is dominating. He's won 3 out of 3 races. Tobias Thierolf dominating the BMW class, having won 2 races and finishing 3rd. He was beaten by Andy Darnell and Henrik Andreasen at Imola. I was thinking Martin might be in a championship battle here, and the answer is kind of no. I mean, it's early days yet, but he's finished 8th, 15th, and 2nd. So it's been kind of up and down.
It's probably because of the duck fat shortage.
In the BMW standings, Magic Kazchuk is giving chase along with Darnell to try to catch Theodore. There's a pretty solid gap going. If one of them is going to challenge for the title, they're going to need some help. Let's put it this way: they can't just beat Thierolf. They need somebody else to be a party to beating Thierolf.
Put him in the wall. Bribe somebody. Put him in the wall.
And similarly, not much of a battle going on at GT3 with 3 wins from 3 races for Ribeiro. And the next best driver being 3rd, 2nd, and 13th place finishing Luciano Echaza. Do we have yet another case of a Mike Stoppmill / Tobias Thierolf in Thomas Ibero? We'll find out.
Mayhap.
As Henrik Andreasen hits the pit lane, he will be the third driver to clear his pit stop. Next stop on the calendar will be Brands Hatch, which will be that'll be interesting. Endurance multi-class racing at Brands Hatch. That's always a bit rough. Similarly at Laguna Seca, and then the finale will be at the Portimao circuit in Portugal as Leszek Lakomi has it. And I'm not sure what he's doing. Oh, he's turning around. Okay, he's turning around. He's facing the wrong direction. I get it.
Do you?
I didn't recognize what part of the track he was at. I didn't realize he was facing the wrong direction, essentially. Couple of notable missing entries today. No Rene Ermer, no Thorsten Borchardt. It's a pretty big deal. Both of them have been solid runners in this series.
No Max Verstappen.
No Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen does do a lot of sim racing, but not at this level.
Sounds like he's scared.
You heard it here. Byron believes that Max Verstappen is afraid of him. Now, the big question is, Byron, what would you do if Dan Tickton were to join one of our grids?
I believe the technical term is exploder suplex. Perhaps even repeated backdrop drivers.
Martin Edmonds in the pits. We'll see where he comes out in relation to Henrik Andreasen, who has unfortunately come out at a bit of a rough spot here behind Mauricio Delgado. So he's dealing with, I don't want to call Mauricio traffic, but traffic.
Wow. I prefer to think of Mauricio as a mobile food vendor.
Well, that too. But he doesn't. I don't think he can give Henrik in Iceland or Norway. Pardon me.
You know the old roller hop delivery restaurants and stuff. They have the roller skaters come out and like bring you a tray of food and just hook it to the side of your car there, the window. That's what I kind of envision Mauricio as that, but he's in the car and the trays are attached and he's just driving up to people going, "You want some chorizo?"
Andreasen with the overtake, but you can see what I mean. He came out ahead of Martin Evans. Okay. It worked out. Mauricio Delgado could not delay him enough. We saw Timo Ryder in the pits. He's in to serve his pit stop. Max Moran moving up into 14th spot.
Signor Morone. Michael, how many times have you finished Space Marine 2 by now?
0. Haven't bought the game.
What? That is fair.
Didn't really care for the first one.
What do you mean?
Good story, don't get me wrong. Excellent story. Fantastic look into the universe, but just not really my kind of game.
Is that because they shoot people?
No, that is definitely not the problem. That is not the problem. Anyone who's watched my streams knows this one.
I don't know. One time we went out with firearms, you were like, "No, I don't want to."
Because I had a shoulder that was not really
sure.
properly located. I can shoot. On board with Martin Edmonds as they approach the Casio Triangle. There's Delgado up ahead. Interesting to see how Delgado approaches this. Of course, he's not really racing Martin. They are racing for position, but they're not really racing for position. It's kind of similar to right there with Ryder getting past Morbid Apathy, actually, where they are offset on the pit stops.
Gee, Senor El Gato.
The Falcon. Oh, not a good stop from John Spriggs. He was in second place before the pit stops and has come out behind Andreasen and Edmonds. And Morbid Apathy with a slide off there at Spoon. Somebody maybe has been called home.
It's dark mode. Planet. It's just dark mode. That's all. It's a new feature.
But what I was saying about Spriggs is that probably means he's dropped from second place to fourth place. So that's rough. We'll see when it all sorts out with the pit stops. The Barrow, Areco, Dees, Zoglu, Fane, Costa, Stewart, Rizov, Delgado, Moran, Apathy. They are all yet to pit. And in the BMW crew, it is Theorolf, Jerome, and Kazchuk, who at some point has lost second to Josiah Jerome. Is going to be our Max Simmons today?
I don't know. Probably Ivan Rizov.
Good pick. I am gonna go with Andrew D. Likes to go on a long run. We'll go with Andrew D.
You think Andrew D. was in the '90s dance hop group D-Light?
Could be.
Do you think
John Spriggs still being held up by Mauricio Delgado?
You think he knows all the words to "Groove Is in the Heart"?
Almost certain.
Excellent.
Luciano's changed his livery for today's race. He's not driving the plaid car.
Can we confirm that Andrew D...
I'm just going to call it the Black Templar car.
Is Andrew D. actually Bootsy Collins?
Andrew D., please answer in the comments below.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
Magic Kazchuk having a moment. On board with Luciano Echazo, our Argentinian representative in the Porsche category. From the fine people over at ESR Argentina.
Buenas noches.
Making our way through Spoon Curve here. And Mauricio kind of slides out of the way and lets Luciano through. Probably because you do not want to tempt a car that is faster than you to try to make an overtake at 130R. It's not great. Ladies and gentlemen, over at the Mio Dread Gaming channel, you may actually find some endurance racing with my dad, depending on if he's game for being on camera as he tries to drive. As he will be suiting up for the 6 hours of Bathurst.
Oh my god!
And yes, we are for his second ever endurance race, throwing him into Bathurst.
The downhill will be amazing, especially when he goes into the DTs.
He'll be partnering with myself and Eric James for that
And my days off are shifting, so commentary on things like this will likely be more prompt. And also, I'm going to go back into streaming probably on Mondays with VODs being uploaded to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Binary
I still need to go back and check out your latest MMA video. Actually.
You should. I thought you would be intrigued enough to actually watch it, but apparently
I'm very intrigued. I put it on my watch later, and I just haven't done it.
I've
been watching so much stuff in regards to the American election.
Well, don't do that, because it's going to happen whether you watch stuff or not.
It is depressing.
Yeah, I just checked out. Like, every time a good meme comes along, like, apparently today Trump said something stupid and, like, disavowed RFK and half of the world or some dumb shit. I don't know.
Photos of Zoglu in the pit lane.
Also, the meme of him going on Rogan and Rogan slowly realizing that the whole assassination attempt was fake. It's like, that was very good. Enjoyed that. But outside of that, I mean, he's either going to lose and the world will be okay, or he's going to win and America's just not going to recover. So, you know, bow down before your future Canadian overlords, or else you'll all be sorry.
The North is coming. The North remembers.
We will remain the true North, strong and free.
I don't know. We've got Paul Levette in his rising.
He'll probably get run over by a milk truck or something, which doesn't even exist anymore. That's how dumb that guy is.
I love him I love it when he tries to he tries to do the cowboy thing. I'm like, this is the least believable thing I've ever seen.
He's a fucking milksop from Quebec. He hasn't seen grass since probably his mom took him to the park when he was 3.
Okay, so who do we still have to pit here? We still need Hibaro, Areco, D, Vane, Costa, Stewart, Delgado. I think Delgado's in the pits now, though. Apathy and Jerome. Sorry, Jerome leading the BMW category, but is by virtue of having not yet pitted. Hard to predict where everyone's going to come out based on the pit stops here, because we don't have a delta for the pit stop. So I am being given multiple variable math and I cannot do it.
Math bad. No like math.
I like math.
You would.
Luciano Chazza looking to make a move here on John Spriggs through 130R. This is brave. And Spriggs gives him a little shove. That is, that's not great. It's not great. I need onboards to see who was moving the wheel, but yeah, kind of a bit of a shove off there from the Falcon Motorsport car.
Well, I mean, we want some topical headlines, Michael.
Sure.
November 1st, 2024. Blech. Trump loses $2.5 billion in net worth after his social media stock implodes the night before the election.
I mean, if he wins, that'll be back.
Sorry, right before the election, my bad. Also, in a similar vein, Rogan had Vance on, and they were debating abortion and stuff, and Rogan kind of came out as the good guy here. Is this...
Oh, easy. I mean, anyone talking with Vance is going to come out as the good guy. Come on.
Correct, but I mean, is this the start of the Joe Rogan redemption arc?
See, I doubt it. Like the problem with Rogan. And I was thinking about this because somebody asked me why I was happy Harris didn't go on Rogan. Like, oh, it's a chance to reach people. It's like, Rogan's too conspiracy brained to, to come back to like a liberal or even neoconservative like worldview.
He had Bernie Sanders on. I think he had Bernie Sanders on a couple times.
Yeah, but no, but Bernie is out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it appeals to his out there radical. not the normal like view. Like I just, it's not a right or left thing. It's a, I don't think the center
you have to be outside the box for Rogan. I got you. I get it.
And that's the thing is like, why it's like, and people are like, oh, I just wanted Harris to go on there and get dog walked. I'm like, then why would she do that? Like, that's the thing, Max Baron moving through. Like, to sell me on like to sell Harris on why she should do something, you have to be able to point to a tangible benefit for her.
Yeah.
Not you want to see her look like an idiot.
Josiah Jerome, president of Dominica.
Indeed, has dropped to 4th place though. Andy Darnell, the big winner in the pit stops, he's moved up from 4th place to 2nd place in the BMW. So he pulled a blinder in the pits and has overtaken both Magic Kashchuk and Josiah Jerome. Jerome has also lost his spot to Kashchuk, so did not work out for him going long, but he theoretically might have a tire advantage down the stretch.
Oh, big stretch.
And that is contact between a BMW. Oh, Nikolai Fane and I think it was Butler. So, blue flag contact between one of the BMWs and one of the Porsches. Butler has pulled the plug and retired. So, I imagine he's not feeling great about that. And Nikolai Fane follows him into retirement. So, that's a shame. Nikolai Fane was looking for a pretty good result. Probably a top 10.
Top 93 out of 50.
Oh, Martin Emmons in the wall. Oh, and his rear end is all messed up. That is a very damaged rear wing for Martin. He's going to have to go back to the pits to get that fixed.
Just drive fast.
No way he's going to be able to carry on for like 36 more minutes like that. And he retires.
No!
They're dropping like flies, Byron.
Best race.
I say this as I'm trying to kill a fruit fly that is flying around my head.
Let's get yourself one of those electric zappers.
On board with Josiah Jerome as we are down to 14 Porsches and just 5 BMWs. Hibero, by the way, has been into the pits and has handed the lead of the race over to Nicholas Oreco.
Erecto.
Andrew D. also yet to pit, along with Antonio Costa, Adam Stewart, and Morbin Apathy, who is on for his best result of the series. The pink cars making their way through there. Could be a. Oh, no. We've lost Kratachville, so I think we're down to just one purple car. I think it's just Timo Ryder left, but I could be mistaken.
We should just do hit to pass. Unlimited laps hit to pass. There's a knock at the door. Sorry, I'll be right back.
All right. On board with Josiah Jerome. Andrew D in the pits. So Andrew D not winning the Max Simmons Award. It'll be Costa, Stewart, or Oreco who takes home the Simmons Award. Morbid Apathy has also been into the pits. Degnas, once again for Josiah. And we pick up Henrik Andreasen on the tail of Adam Stewart, who is yet to pit. So this is it's a battle for position, but it's not really a battle for position. Andreasen has pitted, Stewart has not. They are not fighting each other for a result in the grand scheme of things. But of course, Adam Stewart is allowed to approach this however he wants. There is no blue flag at play. he can hold up Andreasen as long as he would like. Or can, I should say. Coming up to the Degnas. Degna 1. Degna 2. Under the bridge.
Was this what Victor of?
Fun fact for you, this is the only track in Race Room, anyways, that crosses over itself. You go under the bridge that is also part of the track.
Is the bridge downtown?
No. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this facility is like kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Under the bridge downtown is where I crashed some cars.
Let's see here. Google Maps provide us where the Suzuka track is. Yeah, it's pretty well in the. It's pretty well off on its own.
The upstairs neighbors blew a breaker. I had to fix it.
It is. If you want the large city it's near, it's kind of close to Kyoto and Osaka, but not that close.
Not Dusseldorf.
Well, no. As well as Nagoya is not too far away, but like,
ooh,
again,
Nagoya.
Pretty on its own.
Is it anywhere near Tomohiro Ishii?
I don't know where he's from.
More importantly, you don't know where he is right now.
He is from Kawasaki, Japan. Let's see, how far away is Kawasaki, Japan from the Suzuka race circuit?
About 3 feet.
Not very close. It's apparently about a 3 to 4 hour train ride.
What about Dokon Jonosuke Mishima?
Mishima's from like the northern end of Japan, so no.
Ooh, Sapporo.
If memory serves me correctly. Oreko's been into the pits and has come out behind Andre. Oh, Adam Stewart getting a little out of control there, and Andreasen and Oreko lucky to get through there. Thomas Ibero has retaken the lead. Antonio Costa and Adam Stewart are the last two not to pit.
I think Adam Stewart and I need to do an hour pre-drinking, and then all three of us could do commentary together.
Oh boy.
I think that would be a fun time.
Oh boy. That is... Those are the only words I have. Nicholas Oreko looking to make a move. Running in 4th place here in his series debut. And his ESR debut. I assume he's been racing with Tugas for some time. Or with the Petrolheads.
You assume much?
And morbid apathy in the wall again.
Not running on dark mode anymore?
It seems like that's been temporary because Costa came back from that as well as morbid apathy. So maybe just a quick connection issue.
This is part of paying Acosta beat a boss.
Oh, Oreko with the move! Woo! Caught Andreasen napping. And that could be a net 2nd place for Oreko. Kind of out of nowhere. I thought he was going to be like competing for like 6th or 7th place, and now all of a sudden, that could be second. That almost certainly would be 2nd place because Costa will pit and come out behind these two. Now, can he hang on for, another 30 minutes? Stewart is into the pit lane. And the winner of the Max Simmons Award goes to, Byron, drumroll, please. Antonio Costa.
Cha-cha.
The cost of doing business is Max Simmons. gone with the big overcut today to make up for a lack of qualifying. We'll see if it works out for him. On board with Josiah Jerome through the Casio Triangle and into the last corner. It is literally called the last corner. I appreciate the Japanese naming conventions. They're leading the way. Costa will at some point get out of the way, giving second place to Nicholas Oreco. Where will he come out? I don't know. I still don't have a pit delta, so I can't really say. I would guesstimate that Costa will come out behind Luciano Echazo. That would be my guess. As one of the Plaf cars gives Josiah Jerome a bit of a rough lapping. Oreco would... it's not Oreco, because Andreassen's not shot. Who is the... Oh, Max Moran. I think it's Max Moran. Was the other Plaf. Driver of the day voting!
Cha-cha.
Oh. Lezek Lacomi with a hard contact with the wall. Is a busted up front end. I would imagine he's going to hobble around to the pits and resume, because he's got a 5th place on offer here today, because there's only 5 BMWs left. So I hope he continues racing, but that is crabbing very badly. He will certainly have to pit.
Word on the street is that Josiah Jerome is personally responsible for 3 out of the 4 hurricanes this year.
Oh boy.
He just drives too fast.
2-time ESR Academy champion, Josiah Jerome.
He just drives too fast. He just, you heard of the butterfly effect? Well, butterflies ain't shit.
The man of bass voice proportions.
Down by the beach, Lord of mercy.
Nicholas Oreco coming up to lap this group, as well as Henrik Andreasen. Oreco is leaving Andreasen for dead. Nicholas Oreco, I tip my hat to you, sir. You have put up a blinding second half of this race.
Well done.
Phenomenal performance. ESR store.
Indeed. Get yourself a hoodie. I have one. It is majestic. Mike's is less majestic, but also still
I like mine a lot. It's a lovely dark green, sir.
Mine fits me. So I got the 4XL. Mine fits me like not snug, but snugger than I thought.
I got the 2XL and it fits just like I like. I think I got the 2XL.
I think I don't even think getting the 5XL would change a whole lot. I am a large mammal individual.
I was going to say, I usually have the hoodie here in the room with me, and I was going to grab it, but apparently I do not have it in the room with me here. So.
I have it on the chair next to me right here.
That's where it normally is. Normally it's chilling out over on the sim rig, but not today. So I do intend to wear it when I do the sim rig. On camera. Although I'll probably remove it at some point, because it gets warm in here when I'm doing the racing. I'm just going to say that right now. It gets hot.
Muy picante.
And I'll probably wear my Cincinnati, Ohio football jersey under it because it's comfortable and it breathes well.
Cincinnati of Miami of Ohio of Pennsylvania.
Someone asked me what the deal with the Cincinnati, Ohio jersey was. I'm like, my uncle brought me a Cincinnati, Ohio jersey. I thought this is nothing else to it.
Do not question these things.
It looks good. It's black and black. It's Raiders colors basically. It's a Raiders jersey essentially.
Raiders. Mike, do you think the Raiders are going to trade Max Crosby before next week?
I don't think so.
What if Max Crosby ends up on the Steelers, and then we got Max Crosby and Sidney Crosby in one city? Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be interesting. I would guarantee at that point there'd be a lot of Crosby jerseys in the city of Pittsburgh.
Hell yeah.
Josiah Jerome into third place. Gonna move there on Andy Darnell. Indy S's of all things. That's actually a tough one. Luciano Achazos had a quiet day, which I'm sure he would take. Luciano Achazo, for those who are unaware, tends to be the center of attention in these races because, well, number one, he has a kind of not great internet connection to the server, so that usually is a problem. So when he has a quiet day, it's usually a pretty productive one. He currently runs in 5th place. Nice rebound from a rough time last time out.
Is he the Dennis Rodman of this race?
If memory, yeah, I'm right about this. Memory serves, and I am. He finished in P13 at Assen, so to be up here in the top 5 once again, having taken podiums at Imola and Dubai, he's probably very happy with his performance. So with about 21 and a half minutes to go, it is Hibero leading from Oreca, Andreas, and Spriggs and Achazo in the Porsche category. I would say of those, Hibero is unassailable at the moment, but the other 4 could be fighting out for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place still. And the 5 surviving BMWs are Tobias Thierol fleeing away from Magic Kashchuk, Josiah Jerome, Andy Darnell, and Lezek Lakomi.
Mike, I think they're kind of cheating. They kind of stacked the deck here with all these
Timo Ryder
Porsches.
may... Oh, there you go. We've seen a couple of connection issues with Ryder, but he continues on to soldier on in 10th place.
I don't think it's fair that all these people driving Porsches, they're clearly superior.
I disagree. Just Jerome off the track. I am not a fan of the Porsche. Those who are unaware of that, I don't know what to tell you.
Sounds like a skill issue.
I mean, you're not entirely. You know what? I'm gonna say you are actually wrong because I get decent results. No, it's not like I can't drive it. I just don't like it.
It's like me in the T32.
Well, I think the key thing with the Porsche is just as an administrator, as a guy who's run a sim racing academy, as a guy who does commentary and has to hear people's like complaints and so on. It's just a matter of like you pick the Porsche, it's going to be hard. Like I sum up my relationship with the Porsche with the following story from Mike Stockmill. We're doing an Assetto Corsa Competizione race, and somebody was asking Mike Stockmill for setup advice in the voice chat. Oh, contact between Soglu and D. And Mike is like, well, what's the problem with the car? What are you struggling with? I need to know what's wrong for me to recommend changes, basically. And the guy, I don't remember who it is, so I can't call them out by name, but was just described like a Porsche to Stockmill. And there's just silence. The entire voice chat went quiet for like, I don't know, 30 seconds. And then Stockmill comes back on and just goes, so you're asking me how to de-Porsche the Porsche. All right, here's your steps. You hit escape, you leave the server, and you come back in a different car.
Well, what it is I'm trying to drive this long-bodied, googly-eyed Volkswagen, but it won't judder positively around the apex of the decline. Is that accurate?
So I would get a lot of people. I would get a lot of people, especially back when ESR was first doing this, Assetto Corsa Competizione stuff, and like people were complaining about the game. I spent all this money on this game, and it's got bad physics, and it's no good, and I can't drive the car. And it's just like every time, be like, well, what car are you trying to drive? The Porsche. Have you tried a different one? Like, I had a list of like 5 cars for newbies that were like a good idea to drive, and the Porsche was not on that, and people would drive the Porsche and then hate the game. And that's my anti-Porsche, backdrop. It's not that I can't drive it. I can drive it. I can do well with it. I did an entire season of 3D speed in the Porsche. It's fine, but it gives a false impression of the rest of the game to people.
Is it true that 3D Speed's coming back next week?
Not next week. At some point, though.
Next week confirmed. You heard it here first from me.
I do miss doing some sprint races in Assetto Corsa Competition. I do want to get back to that. Oh, Morbid Apathy with a big spin. At some point, we've lost Ivan Rizov. Did not see.
No, I didn't notice it either.
What befell the Macedonian driver, but he is out of the race, and we are down to 13 Porsches and 5 BMWs.
The superior, more Greek individual over here.
Superior, sir. I invite you to check out the history lesson of the 2 Balkan Wars, and tell me who's superior.
I believe that would be Montenegro. They are very independent at this point.
In name only.
You say this, and yet they have an entire mountain named after a country. Or something.
Fotis Zoglu trying to track down Andrew D. He did before. Had a little bit of contact, but they've... that is Luciano Chaz. Oh, no. That's not good. That is bad.
He's in debug mode.
He is retired from the race. That's what that is.
Dun, 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 dun. 30 more laps.
I was saying some nice things, too. He was on his way to a 5th place finish. Now 5th place is up for grabs between Andrew D. and Fotis Zoglu.
Mike, I want a new game mode. DNF, add 5 laps. Every time somebody drops out, 5 more laps get added to the race.
There would be a lot of people that would be very, very unhappy with you because they do their fuel calculations and cut it short.
Oh no, there's unlimited pit stops, unlimited fuel, unlimited tires, unlimited all that stuff. But every time somebody DNFs, 5 more laps.
We're back with the Chaza, who is has been summoned to his home planet in the middle of the Earth. And yeah, we're down to 12. Porsches, that is. 17 cars in total. 5 BMWs continue to run.
By God, by God.
There's a lovely shot of the bridge.
That's Mercedes music. I got a steel wing. Mike, I saw a cool-ass fucking video on the YouTubes a couple days ago. This lady in Norway, she has a house that I now lust carnally after. She basically ordered this giant greenhouse kit from Denmark, apparently, of all places. And it's got like steel girders, big glass panels, the whole bit. It's the size of a very large barn.
Hang on. We have a drive-through penalty for Antonio Costa, ignoring slowdown warnings.
What a hooligan. Who does he think
That's
he
unfortunate.
is? Only Mauricio Delgado can get away with that.
He'll probably lose a spot to Adam Stewart, I would imagine.
Could be.
Out in 8th place. Continue your story.
So this lady, basically what happened was she had basically a house built with the roof, imagine a house, no roof, flat open space on top, but there's a giant greenhouse built over it and around it. So this house exists inside a giant greenhouse, and she's got trees and plants and all kinds of shit in there, and it looks fucking glorious. It is a thing I now carnally lust after. I will find it and I will share it with you. Oh my God, Luciano
Chazo is trying to break orbit.
Hacks. He's using wall hacks. Yeah, so and then she's got like a different greenhouse outdoors specifically for hot peppers only. It's like that is the dream. This is how living is. And she I don't know what she does for a living. I don't know this lady's financial situation, but she says the kit that she ordered from Denmark wasn't that much, quote unquote. And so I'm assuming this is like sub $100,000, maybe. And she, whatever crew she hired or whatever, she's like, yeah, they put it up in like 2 weeks. It's like that's fucking amazing. But yeah, she's got like an apricot tree and a plum tree, and all these things are producing so much fruit that she just doesn't even care anymore. If it falls off the tree and falls down on the ground, she just kind of kicks it back into the bed of dirt so it can just rot and go back into the soil, and just eats whatever she wants whenever she wants.
More with Photos Zoglu as we work our way through the Degnas once again. Still trying to get up into top. Oh, Nicholas Areco with his first mistake in a while. He'll rejoin and still be in second place, though. Oh, that was close. Through the hairpin they go. And on the way down to Spoon.
Harpies?
This is the only really good battle we got going on track. Andreassen's not too far away from Areco. Spriggs is not too far away from Andreassen, so something might go down there still. And you still have Andy Darnell within striking distance of Magic Kaszczuk in second place. But this is the hot war right now. Everything else is kind of a cold battle for the time being. That is BMW race leader Tobias Thierolf getting out of the way.
Go get him, Tobias.
Ooh, big sneeze. That hurt.
Is it because your entire lungs exploded?
No, that was more of a rib problem.
I hate that. I've done that a couple times, popped a rib, but I like sitting up. I'm like halfway through sitting up because I need to reach something out of my chair and sneeze and like, ah! And for like 2 weeks after that, I can't do anything because my rib hurts.
Yep.
And I hate life.
Yep. Into the hairpin we go. Zoglu versus Andrew D. Probably going to be watching this for a lot for the remaining just under 10 minutes of this race. So why not have a look at how their season has gone? Andrew D. this season had a DNF at the opener in Imola. Came away with a 5th place in both Dubai and Assen, although picked up a 10-point penalty in Assen for contact with a blue flag car. And as for Zoglu, where are you, Fotis?
Are there also TTs in Assen?
There might be. Where are you, Fotis? Like just not
photographs of crazy.
I know we've seen Fotis before this season. Oh, there he is. Photos Zoglu this season, 6th place at Imola and an 8th place at Assen. He had a DNS at Dubai due to technical difficulties.
Did not play shortstop.
Reasonably solid run, although his pace has probably been better than his results would indicate. He's been a bit of a one-lap hero during his stay in the ESR community.
I've provided you with a link to the crazy greenhouse house. Just like you get the thumbnail, what is your impression?
Oh boy.
Yeah, right?
That looks like a time and a half.
That looks like the best of times. Up on the roof, it's like I said, it's not like a peak roof like anybody's traditional house. That's what the greenhouse is for.
Wide run there from Andrew D, and he still hangs on.
Delightful.
Zoglu wanted it. But D hangs on through the hairpin.
So you go up on
now, the advantage of going wide like that is if you can stay in front, you will get a better run out of the corner because you have better traction. But obviously, it invites that move by Zoglu that we just saw there, which can obviously have horrible consequences if things go wrong. But that time it worked out for Andrew D. Now, of course, there's also the chance that Andrew just got too late on the brakes there, and none of that was tactical. But
we'll get tactical with the TikTokers, and then it goes tickety-boo.
He hangs on for now, and a bit of a mistake there into the last corner by Suzuka, who's going to have, I would imagine, 4 more laps to try to get through and make his way through against Andrew D here. Prime overtaking opportunities, the Dagnas, the hairpin, and the Casio Triangle, probably, are the big spots. There is your race leader. We've not seen him in a hot second. Tobias Ribeiro. Or Tomas Ribeiro. Pardon me. I'm so used to saying Tobias Theorolf as the leader. I apologize. But he is way ahead. I imagine this is Martin Edmonds taking over the camera controls. And giving us a little bit of a show of the race leader.
Cha-cha. And the brick wall.
I think that's actually the track that we're getting a real close-up look at.
Delightful.
You guys enjoy some of the sounds of the game, as Race Room is known for having some excellent sound engineering.
So every time you say that, it reminds me of an album. And I don't remember the name of the band, but I remember the name of the album is Sounds of the Animal Kingdom, and the cover is fucking amazing. It's like kind of bifurcated left to right, and half of it's like a super pissed off gorilla, and the other half is like a jacked up kind of roided out businessman, and they're both like rah. And it's
by Brutal Truth.
There you go, Brutal Truth. There you go. It's you're looking at the album cover right now. I can tell. Mm-hmm. And so every time you're like, we're listening to the sounds of the no, I'm reminded of that.
Andrew D getting overtaken there by Fotis Zougalou in the first turn. I should have actually brought up the first turn is an excellent overtaking zone. And 3 more laps, I imagine, including this one to hang on against Andrew D. We'll see if D can come back.
Get him crazy.
None of the other battles I was talking about earlier, Darnell versus Kaschuk, Spriggs versus Areco, Andreasen versus Spriggs. None of those have really heated up, unfortunately. So it is a battle for 5th place to the end, I imagine we are with. Barring something weird. It's one of the Falcon cars going a little bit slowly. That would be... Who would that be?
How many punches can the Falcon car deliver?
Spriggs. But Spriggs is ahead of them. I don't think it is him. Good. I forget which livery Morbid Apathy is running. It's probably him.
I believe he is running the anime car.
One with Andrew D. Can confirm Morbid Apathy is with the Falcon Racing team today.
Fuck on the punch. Not to be confused with Hawaiian Punch.
Falcon Punch! Falcon Kick! Still one of the weirdest Super Smash Bros. Inclusions is Captain Falcon.
I always thought Deadpool was the weirdest.
I'd still go. I'd still go with Captain Falcon.
You would?
Considering he wasn't even really the main character of F-Zero X at the time. Was one of my favorites back in the OG Smash Brothers game, though. I will say that. Although Samus was my favorite.
Correct. As it should be.
We used to have, I had two buddies who, one played Kirby a lot and one played Pikachu a lot. They were the Rock and Shock connection.
You should import Brian Fury from Tekken. The undead mercenary. It fits the joie de vivre absolutely correctly.
Then in I think by Melee, I'd switched over to Marth as my main character because you could see stick the living heck out of people.
Melee, that's that Vietnamese chick, right?
No. We played an uncomfortable amount of Super Smash Bros. Melee in the school lounge during my graduation year. To the point where there were tournaments with betting on them.
How much would you put on Andrew D to take over the next spot?
Probably not a lot. He lost that spot. He doesn't seem to really have the face.
He's got at least 25 seconds to make it happen.
I didn't say it was a time issue. It's just I need to see some, like, some pace.
What, like the salsa?
He's got one lap left, which means he's got, I would say, one really good opportunity. Oh, man, he's going to get another lap as Thomas Barrow goes across the line. All right, one more. See what D can do. D versus Azoglu, Canada versus Greece. The two countries that are responsible for Hawaiian pizza.
Wow, you're not wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a Greek Canadian that came up with the idea.
If you want the best of times and the best of times, get you a Hawaiian pizza, put hot banana peppers on that thing. Boy, are you in for a treat. With the hot...
I'm a big fan of Hawaiian pizzas. My second favorite pizza.
Yeah, it's
behind Meat Lovers.
It's on the top 5. I wouldn't say it's top 2 or top 3.
Meat Lovers and then Hawaiian pizza.
Fair enough.
And I mean, I do eat a lot of like just straight pepperoni pizza, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, if a pepperoni pizza done great is the best, honestly. Because you put just enough cheese, you got the pepperoni, a little char on it. It's the best. Meat Lovers, possibly also the best, because meat and good things. A fully loaded pizza minus the mushrooms is also in the top 3.
Oh, I hate mushrooms.
You have to be literally a self-hating person to say, I like mushrooms.
I mean, I'm not going to say that, but I specifically only like barbecue mushrooms.
I specifically only like mushrooms in the garbage. They smell like burnt hair. They taste like rubbery, I don't even know what. Burnt hair, I guess.
Rubbery burnt hair.
Rubbery burnt hair. Although I have been informed in recent times that if you don't like mushrooms, it's because you've only eaten store mushrooms, which are all the same thing. They're just different life cycles of the, oh my god.
Oh! Suzuka contact with Moran! And Andrew D will get 5th place!
Get him, D! I told you to put money on
Andrew. Fotis, why'd you do that?
I told you put money on Andrew D.
I'm not saying that's necessarily ruthless. Like his mistake on that contact there, but he went to clear a blue flag that he just didn't need to go for.
Andrew D.
And it's going to cost him 5th place.
Ruthless. Any semblance of Ruth has been removed from this man.
John Spriggs picks up the podium. That'll be his first visit to the podium this season. Henrik Andreasen going to come home in 4th place. And Andrew D, tip of the hat to you, my friend. You have got it. You've got a top 5 here at the end.
Andrew has demolished the competition.
Come home in 5th position. Zoglu 6th, Costa 7th. Penalty for Costa, 30 seconds. Maybe he didn't serve that drive-through penalty. I don't know. Moran will finish in 9th in his debut. Ryder 10th, Delgado 11th, and Morbid Apathy 12th. Congratulations to Morbid Apathy. Tobias Thierolf leads the BMWs to victory, followed by Magic Kashuk, Andy Darnell, Josiah Jerome, and Lezek Lakomi. Everybody else did not see the end of the race. Championship updates in the GT3 Porsche field. It is Tomas Ribeiro leading the way, 4 wins from 4 races. 2nd place, John Spriggs, who picked up a 3rd place today. Antonio Costa disappoints. Costa is 3rd place despite not having a single podium this season. It is weird. That's what consistency can do for you. Andrew D, 4th place, and then Fotis Zoglu in 5th place. And in the BMW side of things, it is Tobias Thierolf with his 3rd consecutive victory. He leads from Magic Kashuk, Andy Darnell, Josiah Jerome, and Lezek Lakomi. Literally 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th today are 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the standings. And in the team's championship, it is awesome Tugas BMW Whoosh leading the way with 313 points, ahead of 293 for Tugas International. Then it is Canadian Pole 2.0 on 258, 202 for Rust Bucket Racing Team, and rounding off the top 5, the Gasoline Gladiators with 201 points. That is Fotis Zoglu, Thorsten Borchardt, and Lezek Lakomi. There you go. Any final thoughts, Byron?
I made pickles. They turned out pretty good. Y'all should come put my pickle in your mouth.